What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Minion Simulator, where today we're going to be checking out the brand new update, and there's a lot to talk about. But first of all, let's go over everything that's going to be new for this update. We have 6 new pets, new boss, store sale, exclusives that have been adjusted, rebalanced all the zones because there's a lot to talk about that as well, UI improvements, bug fixes, new chest, new zone, new rank, new achievements, and a new hidden pin. And I'm gonna give you all the information there is to offer for this update. But first of all, before I do that, look at this, guys. I actually hatched this last night. I'm so excited to see this. This is the Lightning Huge. I did a vid about it, but the one I used in that vid belongs to Catty, and that's a different one. This is my one that I just got, and I'm super happy about it. Now let's talk about the exclusives that they have adjusted in the game, starting with the Eagle Hound. As you can see, it's a Buddy 2 enchant right now. The Mech Hound, the number 10 Mech Hound, became Buddy 3, and I'm not sure if they're gonna do any more changes in the future. I guess so, but this is the start of it. But the biggest part of the update is this boss minion, and not only is the boss minion awesome, look at the prizes that you get. If you don't get the boss chest, you can get either one of these except the common, which is crazy. That is so good. Without any boosts, you have a huge chance to get these pets as a rainbow, as a dark matter, as a golden. That's just awesome. You don't even need to grind anymore, because for this chest they don't have any secrets. The best pet that you can get is a mythic, and it's right there at 2.5% without any boosts. You can't get the common, but you can get everything else. You don't need to grind. This is just OP. And I'm really digging the look of this jukebox behind me. That's what I thought. Initially, when I first saw this, I thought this is gonna be a jukebox with a steampunk kind of look, but I was right. It looks really funky, really cool, but we're gonna look at every single pet in all their versions, starting with the common. Let's see the rainbow version of this. It was 866 billion, now it's 1.98 trillion. That's just a common. As a dark matter, we have 5.93 as a common dark matter, which is crazy, and the pet also looks really good. Next up is the uncommon, and this is the Rave Girl. I got a lightning out of this, 2.77 for the lightning, 1.12 gold, and let's look at the rainbow, and we got 2.55 trillion for the rainbow version of this. Next up is the dark matter with 7.69 trillion. This is the rare next. This is pretty cool. I also got a lightning version of this, and it's 5.69 trillion as a rainbow. And look at that, 17 trillion for this as a dark matter. Now, if you play the boss all day, every day, you're probably sick of seeing these. I'm sick of seeing them. They're everywhere. You get them mostly. But the good thing is that you have a chance of getting it as a rainbow and as a dark matter just from the boss alone. So a lot of people will rarely do this. 24.4T, that's for the rainbow version of the speaker alone. And as a dark matter, you got it at 73 trillion. 63T or 62T, that's the power of this DJ minion, and I only have 5 of them, so this is a bit of a risk at 85% chance, but I'm gonna do this anyway. I do have rainbows, but I like to convert them. I like the whole process. That's my favorite thing to do, and these minions look really cool. I love the design of this. This is a legendary, we don't have any secrets. But look at that! This update has been out for less than 24 hours, and we already have almost 7,000 of these rainbow versions, and the dark matter is more than 2,200. That's because I'm getting them from the boss only, and the power on this one is insane as it is. Now, looking at the brand new mythic, which is the strongest pet, I just have 2, so I'm just gonna put 1 in here. And there we go! That actually worked! Okay! One thing I love about this pet is it's exactly Ferris Bueller. Even the lips, they got the lips right. The hairstyle, they got it right. That's awesome to see. I love this movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. One of my favorite characters of all time. And as a dark matter, it has 847 trillion. And out of all the disco pets, this is the strongest. Now let's talk about the adjustments that they did in the game, as well as the balance and everything that's new. So what is behind me is the brand new chest. And what they did for this chest is they adjusted the amount of gems that you get. What I noticed is that free-to-play players that have decent powered minions, they usually used to get between 5 up to maybe 8,000 gems per chest that they break. However, in this update, you can get from the very bare minimum is 20,000, and that's if you have really low powered pets. But for me, I used to get 160,000 from breaking the chest behind me, and now look at the numbers, between 141 to 375,000. And without using any boosts on this chest, I can get somewhere between maybe 1 million to up to 1.6 million without any boosts. However, if I do use boosts, that's like 2 million to 2.5 million. That's the maximum that I saw. Now, the reason why they do this is because they want this to be as grindy as possible, but not impossible. Because what they accomplished in total is a whole readjustment of the game. If you start as a new player, you have to pass through all of this that you see until you reach the nuclear area. You pass that and you go to your first realm. What they did is they made the first, the second, and the third so easy to complete that it takes you between 20 to 25 minutes to complete those 3 realms, and then by the time that you reach to the fire world, the fire and Mars world are really easier than they were before. But once you reach to the retro world, it's very difficult. And then when a new realm is created, then they go back and they adjust the retro realm, so they pave an easier path for the newer players to catch up to the older players. That's what they're aiming for, and I think that's an awesome idea, an awesome way to do this, so a lot of the newer players, they don't get bored. And so those are the adjustments that they did to the game to improve the game, and that is genius in my opinion. Now let's take a brief moment to talk about these amazing leaderboard pets behind me. Number 1 pet is definitely gonna go to either Nyx or Catty. That looks amazing. But the number 25 pet looks better than number 10. And this reminds me of a Transformer, one of the best looking pets I've seen in the game in general. And I am really looking forward to this. Now I've spent a bit of time looking for this, but it turns out to be at the top right corner. So once you get into the new zone, go all the way towards the back, all the way towards the right, and it's behind this sofa here. So that's where the pin is located, and let's talk about changes in the UI, especially the brand new prices of these exclusive chests. And I confirmed it with SVYoshi by asking this: are the new prices of the exclusive chests going to be 400 Robux from now on? So next exclusive chest will be the same price, and the simple answer is yes, because on Pet Simulator X you also have 400 Robux per chest for every chest that they have, every new exclusive, and that's going to be the new case for Minion Simulator. It's no longer 800, it's always going to be 400 for each exclusive chest. Another reduction in value is for the Lightning Luck, which used to be $12.99 and now it's 975 Robux, which makes sense because it used to be the same as the Insane chest, but the value for it from how good it is was something between 80 to 90 million just with that alone. They did a lot of improvements to the UI. It's much cleaner and nicer, and the buttons are much larger than they were before. Now if you don't have any of these huges behind me, you still can get them for 400 Robux each versus what we paid for, which is 800 Robux. Now I'm not really sure if the value for huges will be affected from now on, but definitely they will for these behind me. And I was so lucky to get some of these with the Retro Gems 3, and the last one that I got, which is the Huge Marty, is a Retro Gems 4. I mean, that's pretty lucky to get. That's the only reason why I still have them. The previous boss, which is the Huge Boppy, left the game on Thursday, and a lot of people were upset about it because they didn't get a heads up and they didn't know it was gonna leave the game. But what the dev said is this: the huge minions from now on, once they reach a threshold of 400 to 500 huges hatched, that's when they leave the game. So once it reaches, let's say 300 and something, if you didn't already hatch one, then go ahead and buy it before the prices go up. That's my advice to you guys, and that's it for today's video, everyone. I really hope that you liked that. If you did, it would mean a lot to me if you can leave a like down below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope that you have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all on the next one.